It is Wednesday, my dudes, and tonight, get ready to say what's up, danger, as we step into the Matchu-verse. Tonight, our guest is Customs by Matchu, otherwise known as West Coast Matchu. So it's not even between two Sentinels tonight, it's between two Matchus. So, Matchu, number 1, number 2, I'm Peter 3. Roll the intro! I'm Peter 3. That's all I can say.
That was good.
Peter 3.
You got me.
Yeah. Hey, all right. It's a good night if I could get you to crack up. That's all I can say.
Yeah, dude. That was good. You want to check in with the chat?
Yeah, let's check in with the chat.
Hey, chat.
What's up, guys? In case you haven't figured it out, we're not live tonight, unfortunately. We had to do a pre-record. No, I mean we're live to tape. Does that count? That's got to count for something.
Who uses tape?
I don't know. That's just what people say. But I'm sure Bearded is here.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Henrock is here.
Yeah.
You know, Tenyo is definitely here. Yeah. 80s Baby, I'm sure, is here. He's premiering my episode of Behind the Lens tonight. I heard that's what he's doing. So
well, that was Monday. That was like a few days ago.
Oh, it was a few days ago.
Yeah, doing the math.
Yeah. If you missed that whole thing, go back and watch the Infinity Equation episode because that was a hoot. That was a hoot for sure. Yeah. What's new and exciting, man? I certainly haven't seen you in a while.
Nothing really. I mean, I saw Guardians.
Yep.
Probably did another reel by now, maybe.
You're really setting future you up.
I'm setting future V up for either failure or, I don't know.
Well,
yeah, I still haven't cleaned my whole work area, but that's probably gonna be true too.
That's fair.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think I think we could keep this joke going about us not being live for a while, but we should probably just go ahead and bring in Customs by Matchu.
Hi guys, how's it
going?
Happy Wednesday!
Happy Wednesday!
I have a long stream ahead of me tonight.
Oh yeah,
you do. Yeah, you got a lot going on.
Right after this, I got Whip Wednesday live coming back tonight. First night.
Yeah, congratulations. We missed it.
Yeah.
Oh, how come I have my little thing?
I just brought it back. Was we not supposed to have it on?
Oh no, it has my thing I use for my other podcast.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. We can make that go away. Yeah.
You guys
it's just a little button. Yeah.
Well, how about that?
It's just a little button.
So. Hi. How's it going?
And hold for editing.
And there we go.
And back. Okay, there you go. All right.
That's not getting it.
No, I know. Of course not. It's a great classic one. Welcome, man. We're really excited to have you tonight. Of course, man. We are officially making the Matchu-verse happen. Or at least happening here. I know that Matchu, you've been on what is CBM? CBM? Is that what we're calling it? CBM?
Yeah, we've done. He's been on Whip Wednesday twice. We did once just us, and then once we did like a roundup of the whole year with a bunch of other guys. So
that was fun.
Yeah, that was fun. I remember watching that roundup, and like there was one guy, and forgive me for not remembering names, but his like display, I was just like, he has a lot of toys.
Oh, I think
like he just. It might have been. I was like, yeah, all the Hulks. I was like, that's a lot of Hulk.
Express. Yeah.
Oh, that was. I was impressed. I was certainly impressed by it.
Oh, by the way, I caught you on Monday. Last Monday, you were on Toy Talk. That was a good episode.
That's right. I was on Toy Talk. It was a good one. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
That's great.
Good old toy daddies. Oh no, I guess they're not the toy daddies for that, right? Yeah.
It's funny how that actually happened because Matchu had told Toy Father that I was looking for that Ultimate Bret Hart. So he messaged me. He's like, "Hey man, I have that Ultimate Bret Hart. Do you want it?" And I'm like, "Yes." And then so we switched information or whatever. And he's like, "Hey, I also do this podcast on Mondays. Would you want to come on?" I'm like, "Yes, that sounds awesome." Yep, for sure. So it's funny because like I actually wasn't really familiar with them, so I only knew them from Kevin's like when he had No Chewing him on.
Yeah.
And then so I kind of been slowly kind of going through. So I kind of started with both of your guys' episodes, kind of just as like familiar faces, right? So it's I'm looking forward to it. I mean, it was great.
Well, last week we had that crossover with them, so that was fun too.
Oh yeah, the really long crossover stream.
Really long crossover stream.
Yeah. I can't believe that thing happened with the guy. Yeah. That was unbelievable.
Incredible stuff. Incredible.
Crazy.
Compelling.
Crazy.
Rich.
Compelling. Yes.
Compelling.
That was TV.
Compelling and rich. So I know that like you and Matchu Toy. I don't know how we're gonna do this all night, but obviously big wrestling guys, right? And that's one of the huge things. What is your favorite? I mean, I'm gonna start with the simple questions, right? What is your favorite era of wrestling? Let's start there.
Okay, so I think I probably was most dedicated to watching it during the Attitude Era, but I think when I kind of like look back at it, I think probably New Generation is probably my favorite era, I would say. But I mean, I'd kind of like all of it, to be honest. And it's like, it's weird because the love I have for it now is completely based out of nostalgia. I feel like everything in my life that I enjoy is based out of nostalgia these days, but
I have no idea what you're talking about. No idea.
I mean,
no idea what you're talking about.
That's another humongous component of my problem as well, as like Ninja Turtles. I can't. Yeah.
This is the Ghost shirt that I got a couple.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, nice.
Right? It's pretty good, right?
Cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So yeah, they did a collaboration. This is their second go around collaboration. I missed the first one, and I was like, yes, I have no problem dropping $200 on a t-shirt and stuff. Yeah, sure, no problem. Or protein powder that I'm not going to use. Absolutely, sure. Oh, it says Shredder on it. Thanks, I'll take that. Yeah, no problem.
I can bleep that out if you want, so your wife doesn't.
Nah, it's fine. I know it should be funny. It's just this way. She had no idea how much I spent. I spent make it extra long, so it's like I'm just giving out a ridiculous number. Yeah, great.
That's awesome. New Generation is probably my favorite, and like, to be honest, like a lot of the like Matchu's actually pretty responsible for the return to wrestling, if I'm really being honest, because like I remember you were posting pictures and I was like, oh, what? Because like I never collected I collected wrestling figures when I was like a little kid, until I was probably like 15 or something like that. So like the last set I had were those like Titantron Lives from Jax. Like that's what I was collecting.
I remember that.
Yeah. So I saw Jax do like that line afterwards that was really popular, and then when Mattel took the license, I from afar I was looking in and just seeing it, right? But yeah, I can't remember what you posted. It was something, I want to say it was Shawn Michaels or Bret Hart, maybe. I can't remember. I think it was started with the ring, like when you started posting with the ring. The
crowdfunded ring
creations. Yeah. Yep. So
did you back the Nitro ring that did not?
I didn't. I don't have space.
Didn't.
I mean, I love it. I do think it's awesome, but like, where the fuck am I gonna put that? Like,
yeah, no, that's
what you see is what I got, and like I don't really have anywhere else to put it.
So, I think that was the biggest issue with a lot of people. That's why it didn't get
it's huge.
It's space. Yeah.
The thing is you can't buy something like that and put it in storage. Like, why? Like, it's such a like, talk about sitting on nothing, right? Like,
well, and I feel like, and again, I'm not a wrestling collector, but for that to come out only a year after the other one, right? Like, I don't think it was. That seems like a miss, right? Like, it's like, because you got enough people who either backed that one or bought it on the aftermarket, and you're right, it is such a big piece. Where are you going to put that?
Yeah,
like it seems silly for it to come out that quickly.
Like, even the ring, like, I want the ring so bad, but I just like, I can't justify it because I have it can't live anywhere. Like, I have nowhere to put it. So like, I just can't justify it at the price. And again, the space of where I put it when I'm not using it. Right. So it's different. I'm not a toy photographer. So like, when I buy those Dio pieces, those random Dio pieces, like, I need to have a idea of what the hell I'm doing with it, because like, where do I put it?
In the corner of a room.
Yeah, I mean, my room's not big. It's only like what you see behind me is just like, it's like 7 feet. That's it. Nothing. I got nothing.
You do got a nice display setup though.
Yeah, thanks. I love it.
You definitely maximized your space for it. So
Totally. I actually have glass doors coming for, because like behind there you can see the light peeking through. There's another 3 shelves, and then so I have doors coming for those soon, like in the next week or so.
Okay.
So
well, you'll actually have them by the time this episode airs. So
I probably will. Yes.
You're just gonna install them after.
Yeah.
If people watch you on our stream, people watch you on our stream and then watch your stream, the background will be completely different.
This is so different. What's up with that? So
yeah.
I think I'm actually getting a haircut at that point too, so that might even be weirder.
Even better. Just like a mohawk for the actual day. You're just like, what? In between the 2 shows, he put up doors and got a haircut.
Man, I'm very productive. Very productive.
So tell us how you maximize every minute of every day.
Well, I make a lot of lists. I really enjoy highlighting stuff and taking them off the list. So this is all 100% true, by the way. But yeah, I do. I'm a list guy. I make lists.
Don't forget, Rex Manning says there's 24 useful hours in every day. That's a reference. Good luck. Good luck, chat. Good luck. Yeah.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
So, all right. Wait. So back up, because you actually just said you're a list guy. So is that? I mean, because you fly on projects. I mean, your work is actually
I'm kicking it
unbelievable.
Year, man. I'm doing good.
Yeah.
So this year my goal is to. I'm weird again. I am weird with lists. So I always like note how many customs I make in a year. And like I've been going down steadily for the last like 3 years. So this year I'm like, I need to go up. So this year I'm kicking it. I'm doing good already. I think I'm at like 16 finished.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And what was last year? How many did you do last year?
Last year I capped at 19.
Okay. And we're in May and you're at 16. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now do you count it, right? Because I mean I don't want to say mass produced because but like because each one is still an individual piece, but like your Carson Teva, right? Like that you count.
I don't really count. Like I count
as one.
So like my Carson, I count as one. But like all of the heads that I've been painting for everybody else, like I don't count those as anything. Those are just nothing. Those are just a job. That's just a job. So
got it. Okay. Yeah. All right. So you count actual like full on customs. All right.
And again, like it's like a full. So like Brutus there, for example, that wrestler. Sorry to go back to wrestling.
Yep.
Jason, I know you.
No.
But
he knows Brutus Beefcake. I know. Brutus Beefcake. I know.
At that point, but like when the finished product that I did is like I counted that as a custom because like I had to like properly prep it. So like I had to dismantle the legs and properly clean up all the joints to make sure there was no paint rub and put it back together. And I did some sculpting and some painting. So whenever I do like kind of the full Monty, I consider it like a full custom. If it's just like a head swap or like a torso swap or something, then that's not really a custom. That's just me fucking around. So
I'm pretty good with wrestling until the Rockers split up. That's like where I go.
I know, man.
Right? So like, Marty Jannetty and Shawn Michaels, I'm good. Shawn Michaels solo, I start to waver. That's just that's how it works.
I hear you. I was an HBK fan, but I was. It mostly stemmed from the Rockers, to be honest.
Yeah, that's where we go. Yeah, this was amazing, and you did this completely without Paul's permission, right? This was a complete surprise for him.
So there's an interesting story to how this plays out, and hopefully I'll be able to share it in a few weeks. But basically, this I can't share it now because it hasn't been properly. Off yet. So basically the reason why the Teva heads happened was because I got commissioned by somebody who I can't say to do a project for somebody who might look like this person here. I don't know. And basically I got commissioned to do a job. So like I had to pay someone to like sculpt. I'm just not good with likenesses. Definitely not my strong suit. So I have like a guy who kind of I use for those sorts of things. And he did the head sculpt for me, Craniac Studios. And then once I used it for the project I was working on, I was like, I'm going to double this up as a Carson Teva and do a Black Series for me. And I figured I would do one for Paul as well. So I did one for me and Paul. And then, took some orders. And now I've just been painting up a storm. So I'm waiting for my next batch to come. They should be here in a week. And going to paint them all up and get them out to everybody.
I'm excited for it. I have to. So that's the other thing, Matt. When we were out today, remind me to look for a rebel pilot so I can have something to put this on. I don't think I have But I'm excited to get mine.
Is didn't they just say they were going to re-release the X-Wing Luke coming up soon?
Yes.
So even if you can't, then
I think
it
so,
looks
yeah.
like you're going to have another opportunity. So
yeah,
that looks
great
with the jacket.
Yeah,
the jacket looks awesome.
Are a little long, but it just
because you used Andor, Rogue One Andor, right?
Yes, correct. And
That's
then
awesome.
just to fix, just so that way it doesn't look too long, I bent his elbow and I just put a little soju bottle in his hand.
I love that.
Little soju.
Yeah.
Put a boba tea in his hand. That's what he needs.
I don't have I don't have a 1/12 scale boba tea.
Oh, I have one, but it's not.
There you go.
Oh, actually, no, I do. I have it. It's right here.
Hold on, let me see. Let me give you the big screen.
There it is.
Yeah.
I need got a little Boba Squadron logo on it too.
Wait, you got it through them, or you had that?
No, I made one. So I made one. I had my buddy print it, and then I put the logo on it myself. I actually sent one to Paul in like that little accessory kit that I made for him.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Are you gonna sell the accessory kit too?
I am not.
Oh, all right.
That was more just like a little fun thing. It'd be different if I had like a 3D printer, but I don't. So I have to rely on other people for that stuff.
So you've been doing customs for a while. So how long have you been doing customs?
It's been a minute. Yeah, it's been like I want to say it's like 8 years, maybe even 9 years. I always forget, but yeah, it's been about that 8 or 9 years. It's been a long time.
Do you have a favorite in that time?
Yeah, I mean, I have them kind of pinned on my Instagram, like my Street Shark. I did Streaks. I really liked how that one turned out. It's probably one of my favorites. I actually pinned that Baxter for you, John, because like it's really it's pretty old. Like it's I think I did it in like 2018 or something, but it actually was able to. The customer asked to make it so you could like turn him into the human version as well, which was something I'd never done before. So I had to make it so like he had different hands, different feet.
Oh wow, look at that!
And then I had to do a human head and human hands, and it was kind of the ripped parts of the jeans were like an insert that you put over the foot, like on the bottom, so that way when you take it off, like the pants didn't have to be ripped when he's a human.
That's amazing. The detail that you put into that. That's incredible.
Those are the first two head sculpts I ever did. Was that Baxter and the human head of it. Those were the first two.
So I'm curious, and if you don't want to give away the secrets, that's totally fine. But like, what did you use for the base?
That's an Old Man Logan.
I see it. Yeah. I see the leg.
And then I sculpted I added more to the torso for the like vest and the bow tie and stuff. And then I added some plugs in the back for the bug arms and the wings, and
that's really
amazing.
Cool. That's really cool.
Great. So that's an oldie. I think it's from like 2018. I'm pretty sure it uses like my old background, so I mean I can tell it's old just from that. Just from the
That's incredible.
So, but that's the Street Shark. Yeah, that's probably still one of my favorites to this day. I
love the colors.
Yeah,
the colors are great. Yeah,
I had a great time with this one.
Between the pants and the rollerblades, nothing screams 90s like.
Yeah, I like his like painted nails too. I think those are pretty fun. Yeah,
that's good. What did you think of the? I know that sometimes this is a sore subject for people, but the 5K Toys has those. Have you seen the sharks that they're releasing? I thought they were. You know what?
Cool. If they were, I think they look great. I don't feel compelled to own them, but I think they look really good. If I'm gonna buy Street Sharks, they're gonna be just the 4 main characters in the exact looks I'm looking for. If they modernize them, I'm not interested. If they turn them all into gangsters, I'm not interested. Right. So this is me,
and that's you. That's the next thing I wanted to talk about. Is what brought this on?
Oh man,
you wanted to figure yourself.
Yeah, so like I do. The only time I do toy photography is when I shoot my thumbnails for my. My live stream.
They look amazing, by the way.
Thanks, man. Yeah, sometimes I like them and sometimes I hate them, but I only dedicate X amount of time to doing them, so I just take the best of what I have in that time slot, and that's as good as I can do. So, but yeah, so I've always used Deadpool as kind of like my reoccurring character in my thumbnail, and the plan is to slowly integrate myself into it instead.
this face is the perfect YouTube thumbnail.
Good, right? Yeah, I love it, man. I love it. So basically, I paid this guy called Clayman, I think it's Clayman 3D or something like that, to like do a face, like a portrait for me. And then he charged me whatever he charges, was reasonable. And then $20 extra for every like expression. So I got 4 different expressions.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
And then I sent the file to my friend in who lives in the same province as me, and he printed them out. And then he was like, "Oh, do you want me to add a baseball cap? Because sometimes I wear a Detroit Tigers hat." And he's like, I was like, "Yeah, sure." So yeah, so I have a couple. I don't know if they're on this post or one farther down, but I also have all of those expressions with like a ball cap on too.
That's awesome. So, and for 20, I mean, once it's already made, right? For $20, like what?
For $20, might as well. Yeah, right? Exactly. Yeah,
screw it, $20.
Yeah. Oh. So I think I have one on here. Awesome. I don't, but I thought I did. I guess I don't.
And so, there you go. Do you have? There it is. Yeah. Do you have a go-to for your bases? Like, is there a typical like body feature that you or figure that you use?
I try to stick to Marvel Legends because I know how they work, and like especially when I'm doing commissions, I don't like to do stuff I'm not familiar with because I don't want to put something out that I don't want to call mine, kind of thing, you know?
Right. Right. Baby Yoda in the background.
That's great. So yeah, so I mean, like anything that's like a Marvel Legend. So this here is kind of become like my standard for like civilian style characters. It's a Lightning Collection torso with Lightning Collection shoulders for like the sleeves, and then I usually do Pizza Spidey arms because they're kind of more slender. And then I just started using the Disney Plus Netflix, the Disney Plus Hawkeye legs because they're just like not skinny jeans, but they're like kind of thicker, I guess. And yeah. So yeah, that's kind of become my standard like civilian body, I guess.
I wasn't sure if you were like running out and picking up all the Eternals because they're $5 a piece now. And
nah, that's not worth the work. That's not worth the work. You know, I always try to.
They're not even worth buying to customize.
I mean, to be honest with you, because I knew I wouldn't get anything for them, I actually saved because I sold off all my MCU stuff. I saved a bunch of them that had like more unique hands because like the thing I liked about those Eternal figures is they had some kind of unique hands, like shape, like this kind of, I like expressive hands. So I just actually used them for fodder, and I was like, I'll just keep these hands because I'll use them for something.
It's funny because Jshot was like, yeah, I think I'll hang on to these Eternals if I ever want to start customizing. They're good to customize. I'm like, nah. I mean, they're easy to pick up if you want to.
The thing is,
I mean, my whole thing was if I ever wanted to try it, it's $5 if I destroy the figure.
Yeah,
right.
It'd be good for like trial and error on like how to prep joints, how to do painting. Like I have a couple of base bodies that are just like battered, and like they're literally that's what I use them for. I put them through the ringer of like different painting techniques or with airbrushing because I still am learning with it. I could, I've been doing it for a long time, but there's still lots of times where I like feel like I could do more. Right, so different styles of airbrushing and techniques and stuff. So yeah, so I just use those base bodies for that. Just
See? And that's when this ended is when I stopped watching wrestling. I was like, that's it. Why'd they do my boy Marty Jannetty like that?
Poor Party
He went through that window and I turned it off. That's
yeah. So I don't know. That's awesome. I don't know where I'm going.
And I do love your and we're talking about wrestling, but I do love your Age of Apocalypse stuff. Like that is.
Thank you.
The stuff that you've been doing with that is amazing. And I think you had a Banshee up here. Yeah, Banshee is. Banshee was so good.
He was easy until I had to figure out the wings, and then I was like, ooh.
Really?
I had an idea for the wings, and like it worked, thankfully, but like everything else.
What'd you end up doing?
So I used this stuff. It's called green stuff. It's like when it cures, it stays like it's not bendable, but like it's pliable still.
Yeah.
So what I did was I rolled it really thin with like a rolling pin and some baby powder so it wouldn't stick. And then I like put a piece of wire through it and folded it over and then rolled it out again. And then I dyed it all black so that way the paint wouldn't chip when I like bend it. So and then I like kind of inset them into the arm. I kind of build some like kind of slots in the 3 different parts of the arm and put them in, and so far they're holding, which is great.
it looks awesome, and it definitely sells that figure. I know certain people are not Age of Apocalypse fans, Dante. But I feel like Age of Apocalypse was like, I don't know, like I remember that series sticks out to me as like the first series of comic books that I went all in.
Really?
Right? Like it's just like it was because I'm such a like OCD completist nerd.
Yeah.
I could get number 1 from Age of Apocalypse and then be able to get everything after that.
Yeah.
So like I definitively remember doing that. And like since then it's always stuck with me. So like
That's
seeing
cool.
your stuff, I was like, oh my God, I remember this. Or the Punisher that you did. I was like, oh yeah, I remember the Punisher spinoff. So it's really cool to see these. And it brings the, child in me joy to revisit the Age of Apocalypse.
That's great, man.
Awesome.
Yeah, I quite like the Age of Apocalypse stuff. But for me, it's less of, I did read the better, like the good majority of it. But the thing I like about it the most was I just like how drastically different they all looked. Like I feel like a lot of times when they change uniforms, it's like relatively safe. There's always a couple who do like drastic changes, but with Age of Apocalypse, it was like everyone was different. Like it was, they were like noticeable changes, like Cyclops missing an eye and has really long hair and a bionic arm, and like Wolverine missing a hand. Like it's just like, and that's the thing that really drew me to the aesthetic of the Age of Apocalypse stuff is I'm just like, this is so different. It's so different. Like even this for Banshee, like how do you get those from like his usual, like, wing things that he has? Like, yeah, just super different. Right. So
yeah, I feel like the only one who wasn't different was Deadpool, right? Because they just had Dead Man Wade, and he was just like the dead guy in the background of like Apocalypse's lair, and he was just swaying back and forth. If that's all I get, but he just looked like Deadpool without the costume on. Like,
I think like there's a couple I guess that like steer pretty close. Like even like Quicksilver, like he's not the same, but it's like you could look at 2 pictures and be like, okay, that's the same person, right? So
what did you use for this one?
Yeah, this one's weird. This one is an Andre the Giant. This was an Andre the Giant. And then, yeah. And then the arms were from the Walmart exclusive at the time. It was a Build-A-Figure Thanos, comic Thanos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the arms are from that, and the torso and legs are from a Andre the Giant figure, and it's just like a ton of sculpt. So that thing is a bittersweet piece for me because as soon as I finished it, I was really struggling to get, because I added so much sculpt to the legs. The legs were like the knee joints were like super, super loose. So after I finished putting it all back together, I tried to put some super glue into the joint to tighten up the joint, and it fused right after I finished it, and ripped the whole knee to the point where like it was beyond fixing. So I had it completed for like, I don't know, not long. Like I think just after this photo shoot, and then that was it. And I ruined it. So I pretty much had to just glue it in place and stick it on a stand, and he just never moved again. And I was like, fuck you.
As soon as you said you used Andre the Giant, all I could think now was like Krang saying, "Anybody want a peanut?" So most of your customs, you do them for you? Like, are you just because you just want to do them, or is a lot of them are commissions?
It kind of depends. Like I'm trying to do more commissions this year. So right now I'm doing 2 commissions, working on 2 Punisher 2099, and I just posted today the beginnings of Face Off Red Skull. But a lot of them I do for like friends. So like I've made a lot of friends from the customizing community, and I like to be able to like have their work in my, there you go. So there's my base. So that's basically what this is going to start as. So you can see like, there's a lot to be done, but that's kind of my starting point for this figure. So,
and you called it Face Off?
Yeah, so this is from that's a Toy Biz Marvel Legends 2-pack. It came with Captain America. Captain America is the star of the 2-pack. So for the longest time, that Face Off Captain America was like the cap to have.
Got it.
Yeah, so I don't think Red Skull was as important. I think it was more everyone wanted Cap, but yeah, the customer really wants this look. So
it's face off as in like squaring off, not face off as in like I want his face.
Yes, or like that movie with Nicolas Cage.
Yeah,
that's what I was referencing. Yeah, face off. Yeah. Okay, cool. I didn't put that together.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited. To be honest with you, I am zipping through projects. About 3 weeks ago, I prepped like 2 figures because earlier, I guess, depending on when you're watching this, I just got back from vacation. I spent like 5 days at a cabin, and I got like 2 or 3 sculpting sessions in like every single day.
Nice.
And I just made short work of like 3 full figures, and so like now I need more shit to do. So
when you're in the zone, man.
Yeah, man. I'm freaking. It's go time. So I'm doing it.
Well, I just heard he's open for commissions if you're looking. So
that is incorrect.
Oh, sorry, not open for commissions. Never mind.
No.
I heard incorrectly. Yeah.
When it comes to commissions, I'm very particular in what I take on. I don't want to do something that I've done before. Yeah. Generally speaking, I don't want to do. I don't want to just do anything. Like I like to be in control of what I'm doing. So I say no significantly more often than I say yes to people.
That's fair. That makes anything anybody gets from you that much more special. I feel like.
Yes, exactly. Yes, I agree. So because the thing is, if they're getting something that I want to do, it's gonna actually be like good. I mean, it'll be good no matter what. I would never send something that was crap out, but. You can usually tell in the finished product how much I enjoyed something because my best work is usually the stuff that I really enjoyed making. You can usually see it in the finished product. So,
and it's usually fun to watch when you do it on your live stream too. When you're working on it.
Yeah. I actually won't lie. I mean, like I don't really have a huge following on there. Like kind of the most I'll have at a time is like maybe 13 or 14 people watching, but. The few that are constant, man, they make you want to come back. So, I'm ready to get back into it. So I've been off since the beginning of March or middle of March 15th. So
I say it all the time. The only reason we keep coming back is because of the chat. So it's all because of comments like this one.
Yes, this is a good one. Look at that! What that guy
great
said.
Comment.
Yeah.
Thanks,
you Bearded. Be safe. I was just going to say, let's just be safe and be like, oh, Bearded, that's a good one.
Yeah.
or it's probably Steve.
Yeah. Or Steve always jumps in. I owe Steve. I told Steve, and we just got them today. I told Steve that we had a sticker pack coming in and he was getting the first one mailed out. So, Steve, if you're watching this, oh, sure. We could give him a little,
those are awesome. They're real nice.
Should I open them or show them in the plastic like I did?
You could show the first one that you showed in the plastic.
Well, that's not the one that I picked up. So
okay, there's one.
There's this one.
Yeah, those are dope.
Yeah.
All right. So there's this one. Hang on, let me go back to the base one. Oh shit! Oh, there they go.
Oh no!
Hang on. And then of course we've got now you don't need your magnifying glass to see this, but if you got the original, so here, wait, I think I have some of yours still here. Here is the, we know size doesn't matter, but just
you're holding my pin.
I was gonna say, isn't that the pin? It looks like a pin.
The pin is on the back and the stickers are on the front. It's the same size.
Those are very small.
Yeah, same size. Yeah. Size doesn't matter, but this is yours, and this is the one that I got you. Just saying. So
it's just easier to carry a whole bunch of them in my pocket. I can just pull it out, whip it out at a con.
But these, just whip it out at a con, and that's how Matchu got banned from ToyCon. But these, I think, man, these might be my absolute favorite ones that we got.
Those are
of
awesome.
course,
those are so nice.
Designed by the Chamba himself. And then put together by Matchu Toy here, but these are incredible. These look great.
Those look amazing.
And they feel really good. So really good.
Shout out to D Blakes for hooking us up.
Sticky Brand is the name of them.
Sticky Brand.
So, I'll have to check that out.
And then here's this one. I went with the cutout of the logo
Classic.
as opposed to doing the big circle, but these look great. And then there is one more.
That's nice.
There's one more that was designed by No Chewing himself. That goes very well with my mug. Hi, it's me. I'm the problem. It's me.
That's awesome.
So there you go. Yeah. So
should that be the thumbnail?
It could be. Absolutely.
That's great.
Do like a direct comparison here. Can I? Let's see. Can I tell?
He did a good job.
Yeah, he did a good job. So,
he did that really quick too, I have to say. Well, we were just joking around.
Yeah, and you were like, he sent it over, and then you were like, "Hey, can we do it?" And I was like, "What?" So, yeah, new sticker packs coming out. Usually, we'll send them out to anybody who wins something on the show
or order something.
But again, yeah, and they're matte finish. They're not shiny, which I kind of like.
Yeah, the matte finish is nice.
Yeah. So, yeah, some new stickers coming out. So we'll get you yours, Matchu, Customs by Matchu, West Coast Matchu, and then we'll send some out to Steve. And if you happen to see us out at a show, we'll probably have some there too. We need to get new drug. We need to get new drug baggies because these aren't going to fit them. Well, what else do you call these things? They're drug baggies.
They are kinda. I call them accessory baggies, but yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess that makes more sense if you want to be PC. That's fine.
PC. That's awesome. Yeah, those are really nice stickers. I was saying before we came on, like before we started, that like so jealous that you guys have all these different cons you can go to all the time. It's just like, you know, I get to go to like one a year, maybe. Like, I live in a big city, and still our cons are like minimal. Well, they're like meh.
But these are yeah, good.
I guess it's got its pros and its cons, right? No pun intended. But when you go out for a hunt, it's hard to find stuff because there's so many people just buying stuff at Target, right?
To
because
sell with the intention with
the intention to sell, you know. So
that's one thing that I am grateful for. I hate our prices here in Canada because even with the conversion to US, it's still more than you guys pay for figures.
Mm-hmm.
But like I will say that if it's new and it's just come out, like we get stuff really quickly here, especially in BC where I'm at, like in Vancouver. We get stuff quickly and it's plentiful, generally speaking. Like you can find it everywhere, like at GameStop, at Toys R Us, Walmart's. Maybe not Walmart's as much in my neck of the woods, but yeah, it's pretty easy to find stuff here.
I do think that is the biggest trade-off, though, right? Like we have, toy shows once a month, but I wouldn't call them cons. They're toy shows, right? It's just
they're smaller, right?
Yeah, but you guys have Toys R Us, and our Toys R Us is like in the back room of a Macy's somewhere, and it's like some guy with a Jeffrey tag smoking a cigarette being like, yeah, what toys you want? So I'll take a full-size Toys R Us. It's not like that anymore. Maybe I'm going to the wrong Macy's.
No, when you showed it to me in the Macy's, like I don't know how many months ago, it was just like one little corner with like it was just probably like the length of my shelves, right? But now it's on the that was on the second floor, right? This is on the third floor, but it's half the third floor.
Oh wow! So it's actually expanded. Maybe it's working.
All right. Yeah. What'd they do with all the bedding that nobody was buying from Macy's? Now I got to go see Chain Smoking Jeffrey for my bedding. What size seats you want? Yeah, great. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, Toys R Us is great. Their prices are a little ridiculous, but they're great. It's good. It's nice that it's nostalgic again, right?
Yeah.
So
it's nostalgic.
Yeah. I don't do a lot of in-person shopping anymore, to be honest.
Really?
I'm more of an online guy. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking forward to them going back to window boxes because a lot of the luster was lost. Because even though I don't, the window again was a part of the nostalgic piece for me. So like I quite enjoyed that component of it. And once I couldn't see it anymore, it just felt different. Like opening it was different. It just it didn't mean I wasn't buying. I still bought it, but it just like it kind of lost its fun. Like the hunt part didn't really feel the same anymore.
Right.
So
there was a sense of anxiety though, because like Matchu got me hard with the Guardians line. He enabled the shit out of me with this line. But like, so I picked up a bunch of them today, and then like it was one of these things where like I paid, and then I ran to the parking lot and to the car, and I literally ripped into it. Like this is what the box looks like, because it's like, oh my god, are they in here? Are they in here? Are they in here? And like I'm like, okay, great, next one. Like, and I'm going to the next one, and like, and I was like, okay, they're all there. Oh, thank God, all the pieces are there. All the pieces. I had a freak out because I was like, oh no, Mantis, like, where's her hands? Where's anything? And then I realized, oh, they didn't include anything. She didn't come with anything. Thanks, Hasbro. Yeah,
you said it.
But after, yeah, I did. or Adam Warlock, who just comes with fists. That's cool. So, but all right, cool.
It's unfortunate. Hey, it is unfortunate.
Still got my money. Yeah,
that's the thing. I mean, I could spiral into that. I just hate being negative about it. So I just, I put my money where my mouth is, right? Like that rocket's fantastic. It's so damn nice.
The rocket is great.
So freaking nice, man.
The rocket's really good. And I mean, like I was worried about.
Thank you.
I was worried about Cosmo because I was like, really, going to build a figure for a dog? But Cosmo's actually pretty awesome. I mean, I only have half of them. I only have half of them right now.
I wish it was a little bit smaller, but otherwise, I
really
like it. Yeah, he's pretty big,
but he is. It feels about the right size for a golden. Like, maybe I have a golden, and then you got to figure it's wearing a spacesuit, so that's got to add.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. Yeah, I guess that's probably fair.
Yeah.
Maybe it just seems. I
have a 95-pound dog that thinks it's a lap dog. He's, it's about that size. So.
I have a tiny dog, so maybe that's why it's
maybe
not registering for me. So.
But yes, I agree. I try not to be negative. It was just shocking because, and I said this when we were on Infinity Equation stream, like, and now I have a direct comparison, right? Like, this is how it started.
Yep.
And this is where we are.
Hells yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yes,
right?
It is.
Like,
I love that Morph figure in your hands, by the way. That's
pretty cool.
It's one of my favorites.
This is probably the third time I bought it because I just needed it.
I love it. So I love it so much.
I know I got kicked off a Cheney stream for saying it, but Morph is one of my favorite characters. It happens.
Yeah, I like Morph too. But that old Toy Biz Morph is one of my favorite Toy Biz figures from back in the day. I used to love that line.
Well, I realize that he is literally probably one of the only figures that had the head that popped off.
Yeah, because the other ones were like, did too. So like the animated series Chameleon had it because same idea. But yeah, I didn't see it too often, right? So
no, and now everybody's head comes off. So.
That's God bless.
I mean, that's
customizer's dream, baby.
Are you team Heat or no Heat? Yeah.
Oh, he's definitely team Heat.
Team Heat or no Heat?
Heat or no Heat? What's that? What are you talking about?
Whether you heat up your figures or not.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, because he's a customizer. Customizers have to use heat.
Yeah.
I mean, I have rules for everything, right? Like, we could talk NECA because we all do NECA. Even if something feels good, I warm it all up. It always takes a bath before I do anything. I don't even risk it at all. I'm just like, nope, not fucking risking it.
Yeah.
All goes in a bath first thing. Ooh, Groot.
That's right. You're gonna open the Groot.
He's
tonight.
Opening Groot. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. I gotta see. All right. So we've all seen Guardians as of today, right? And I think by the time this airs, Guardians will have been out for a while. Yes. So what's everybody's thoughts? How do we feel about James Gunn's last hurrah in the MCU?
I loved it. I thought it was awesome.
Yeah. I was surprised by it. I think it was great.
Sorry to cut you off, but question number one would be: do you like the first two?
I love the first two. Absolutely. Yeah.
And like, were you more surprised by this because just the way the MCU stuff has been going as of late that you expected this to kind of go the same way, or?
So I think there was a couple of things that surprised me. One, I was ready for, we'll just, again, spoiler alert if you haven't seen it by now and don't want to, but I'll do this. and then I'll do that again when we're done talking about it.
We'll time
yeah, I was ready. I was ready.
Don't forget, because if you do, everyone's gonna just be muted for the. They're gonna not listen. Forget. They're like, when is he gonna do this for an hour?
When is he gonna do this? I'll do it at the end afterwards. Yeah. I was ready for Rocket to go, so I was like, I was planning that the whole time, and then of course, like and then you know, keeps going and going, and then you know, there's a moment where you thought it was gonna happen, and then he comes back, and then I just like. And then like nothing, and then you end it, and you're like, "Oh my god, nobody died! Like nobody died. I mean, people died, but like nobody that we cared about." That took me off guard. But you know, then afterwards too, I was sitting there and like it definitely felt different than the other two movies, right? And the other two movies, I realized this one was a lot more muted in its colors, and it didn't. The team didn't have the same dynamic, but the team was in crisis the whole movie. Right, so like the other two movies were like
same dynamic. That's interesting.
No, I didn't feel like they didn't have the. I felt like they were missing leadership in this one, which makes sense, right? Because part of this movie is everybody freaking out about their heart, right? You'd call Rocket the heart of the team.
Yeah.
Not being there, and then you know also I can't think of his name. Star-Lord is grieving.
Right.
He's still grieving. So I didn't think they had the same, and not in a bad way that they didn't have the same dynamic, but it felt different.
I said to Matt before we kind of start. You had like when we were kind of waiting for you to show. He was.
Sure. Get that dig in. Sure. Yeah. Go ahead.
As I was like waiting, I'm like 25 minutes late.
Okay. It was like 15, but all right.
Nah, I'm just playing, man. I'm just playing. It was good. We were just chatting. Anyways, but one of the things I was saying was like. You know, I'm not a DC guy at all, but like James Gunn knows how to tell a story so well, and he knows how to balance all the different components. Like he really balances the story nicely with the characters and the development of those characters, and then giving all those characters a chance to shine without it feeling really forced. Like, you know, like it just like everyone from the big players to like the Kraglins and the Cosmos. Like it was just like I really like that. Like. Everybody got their chance to kind of shine, and like you know, I mean, I am on the same boat as you, and like when it was finished, I was like, I don't know if I'm happy that nobody died or if I'm upset that nobody died, because like I do feel like all the stories wrapped really, really well.
Yes,
but I also was like I was ready to fucking cry. Like let's get rid of somebody. Like let's make this heavy, right?
I was waiting for that, and again I recognize that going back to this, I'm the problem, but like between this movie and the way that Mandalorian ended, I'm like, what's with all these happy endings? Like what the hell, right? Like, and I get that that's my fault, that's my problem.
That's
but, like,
your issue.
Yeah, that's my issue. Oh, he's sitting on his deck watching his kid play with frogs. Star-Lord's eating cereal with his grandpa. This is it, really? No one's gonna die. Come on.
I like it.
So. No, I like it. I thought it was a great way because in every other one somebody did right. Like there was something that happened. There was some kind of case. This is just them ending, and it's a great way for James Gunn to end. And you're right. Gunn does an amazing job telling a story. He does an amazing job with an ensemble cast. You know, the same way that Joss Whedon did with Avengers, not Age of Ultron, but Avengers. And I actually, what I'm excited about, even though I'm not the biggest DC guy, I'm a Batman guy, but I'm not the biggest DC guy. He does so good with music.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He does an amazing job with music, and now he's got the whole Warner Brothers catalog with DC. Point. Like that's something to be excited about.
Yeah, man. I just think he's like I'll watch James Gunn movies. Like, you know, I was into Suicide Squad when he did that one. I really liked it. Yeah. And like, if we're gonna get a bunch of that, and like again, I think Marvel Studios has something to like now kind of be worried about, because it's like, like man, he knows how to balance a story very, very well. He's a great storyteller, and he's good at building and developing his characters. And that's where I feel like Marvel's Studios is losing right now. Unfortunately, hate to say it, but
they're struggling. They're struggling.
Yeah,
Machu, you were gonna jump in. I cut you off a little bit there. I'm sorry.
I think it's good that DC is going to have James Gunn, because like, you know, that competition is just going to bring the best out of both brands.
I agree.
You're right.
Right. And because like
right.
for a while, Marvel's been on top, like really like been on top.
Yeah.
A lot of people were only going to the movies just to see Marvel movies.
Yep.
For a little bit, you know. It's funny that you guys were both like, can't we just kill one of them? Right?
Just one of them.
One of them.
There's like 6 of them. Just one of them.
Yeah, we can spare one. It doesn't matter.
Do you realize that Drax was foreshadowing that in the beginning of the movie?
Yes. Yeah.
That
it was like, can we just kill one?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You're absolutely right.
There's one person that nobody cares about.
You know what? It's funny that. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, talk about like Mr. X, right? Because it's like you look at the trailer and like you're positive Rocket's gonna die. You know, you listen to what Dave Bautista has been saying about not playing this character again, and you're like, all right, Dave's obviously gonna go too, right?
Yeah,
so it's like you're expecting everyone to go, and then nothing.
And I'm pretty sure in the trailer they showed where Nebula's carrying Star-Lord's body, and that's just because he's drunk, right?
Yes.
Like that ends up being just because he's drunk. So I will say, like I went into that movie like ready to cry, ready to be, and the thing that got me, that broke me down into tears, was what? You think you got it?
I think I know, but go ahead.
Okay. When Nebula looked at Drax and said, "You're not meant to be Drax the Destroyer. You're meant to be a dad," and I, like a baby, I was just, I was like, this is the scene. This got me. Like,
I think so. It was either that one or it was the scene with the animals.
Yeah, the animals was sad.
When he was looking, when the animals died, that was tough. But there was also that scene though that was really touching when they showed Rocket like going nose to nose with the other raccoons before he saved them. That was really. I thought we were only saving the higher life forms. They're just like fucking Noah's Ark running at them.
Yeah, I went into this expecting to cry, so I was like ready for it at every turn. But there was a few that got me, like when we find out that like Rocket's okay, and like Nebula kind of breaks down because it's like it's so not in her character. Like that got me pretty good, because then I I think of the dynamic between Nebula and Rocket, because they were the only two that were alive for the 5 years of the snap, right? Mm-hmm. So the rest of them were all gone, and it was just the two of them. So it's like it's so cool to see like she's such a cold bitch, like to everybody else, but then that happens and she's just like immediately humanized, right? And it's just like, oh man, it got me pretty good, right? As soon as she like starts to break down, I was just like,
that's a good point though. I forgot that it was just Nebula and Rocket together. Like I remember Rocket being by himself, but like I forgot it was just Nebula and Rocket. Mm-hmm. It was something, and the whole like, and we won't give the whole movie away, but the whole like the whole take back the bad dog thing. That
was great. That was great.
I think that's why everybody like now, like everybody that I talked to, like after they saw the movie, they're like, I need Cosmo.
Yeah, I want to get Cosmo.
But that's also a reason to have Kraglin now, right? Like because it's Kraglin and Cosmo in that situation. So we won't give the whole movie away. But I also was like, the Adam Warlock thing just made me laugh every time. Like he was hyped up for how many years to be this big bad, and he's just a doofus. Like
I can't get past him being the kid from Where the Millers.
You guys are getting paid?
Yeah. Every time he was on the screen, all I could think of was him singing Waterfalls, and I'm just like, this is ruining it for me.
It would have been great though if, like, at the end there, if they're like, yeah, I can't wait to get paid for this job. You guys are getting paid? Yeah.
That's how I reacted in one of the group chats when everybody was talking about the real payouts. I was like, "What? You guys are getting paid?"
That's funny. Yeah, Guardians was great. I expected to like it regardless, because I love, like, Guardians 1 is probably my favorite MCU movie. So like, I really love those characters quite a bit, and I expected to love this. So
the thing that caught me off guard with your analysis, Jshot, was the team dynamic, because for me, I thought the team dynamic was there more, even though the whole team was in crisis, because they were all calling out each other's faults.
Mm-hmm. Right. But I'm just saying it was different. It was a different dynamic than the last two movies, right? The last two movies were very upbeat. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The team dynamic felt different because of the crisis, right? Like it was because they were in crisis. Yeah, and that's, I mean, again, like I'm not saying that they weren't a team. Like I didn't think they were dysfunctional. It just felt very different. Their dynamic felt different. So, but again, it's like, you know, Quill is grieving and drunk all the time, so Nebula's stepping up, and then you know, Rocket goes down, so it almost felt like that set Quill off a different path. Like it was always kind of shifting, and it just felt chaotic. They were in crisis.
Yeah, because
but I did think
his best friend.
Okay. Yeah,
according to Drax,
second best friend.
Second best friend.
Second best friend.
Oh man, so funny. Drax was the star. I love
second
Drax.
Best friend.
I love Drax in this movie. I thought he was so freaking good. Like, talk about a great way to send off Dave Bautista. Like, he got his chance to shine so many times, and he was like such a badass too, right? So many times he was throwing people around, and I'm just like, oh, dude, that looks so painful.
And I love him, and
and Mantis
and Mantis's relationship.
God,
I mean, it
so
started in the holiday special, but just like
no, it's
even in volume 2. Yeah, because like I watched volume 2 this morning when I was customizing.
That's true.
Some Dremel stuff, and like, she's like, I'm learning all kinds of things. Like, I am dumb and ugly. I'm a pet and I'm ugly.
You are hideous.
She's like so happy.
Yeah. I did think it was interesting at the end because I figured this was the last we'd see of these characters, but it said Star-Lord would return. Not Guardians, but Star-Lord. Yeah. So I'm curious to see where that
focus
comes.
On just him. Maybe they'll keep him on Earth.
Yeah.
Might be cool to do a change up and like have him be on Earth and interacting with the rest of the MCU maybe.
Yep.
So the thing that's cool though is like in like, you know, 10, 12 years down the road, if they decide, hey, we should make some money, let's get the original gang back together. Like it's totally there, right? Like, you know, you couldn't do it with James Gunn probably at that. I mean, unless the DC universe totally like fails, but hopefully that's not the case. But
I could see him just being like, I'll make an exception and I'll come back.
That would be sick.
I think if he had a story, right? Like he strikes me as the kind of guy where it's like, I'm done until I've got a story. And if he's got a story he wants to tell, he'll come back and do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love that. That would be the best.
It won't even be about the money, but he'll want to do it. So
yeah.
But
I mean, I'd love to see that group again, but yeah, as it is, what an awesome way to go. Like I really loved it. So I think it's the best thing since Endgame for sure. And I think it makes the Guardians trilogy like probably the strongest superhero trilogy out of everything, in my opinion.
Out of the Marvel trilogy.
I was just gonna say that. Yeah. Out of the three that there are, I would say the only one that rivals it is probably the Captain America trilogy.
I do like the Captain America trilogy a lot too. It's very good.
It's pretty solid. So, or I guess we should call it the Captain Rogers trilogy now because we're going to get a.
Yes, we're getting another Captain America. That's next year. That's after the Marvels. I think that's the first one next year. I think that's May next year.
Yeah. Oh, Marvels. May. I will say this: Marvels. I'm excited about, and I don't want to. I guess we could. Here's where we're done talking about the Guardians. Yeah. The Marvels I'm excited about only because it feels like, and I don't know if it is directed by the same team, but it feels like the Miss Marvel show, and I actually really enjoyed Miss Marvel.
I thought Miss Marvel was good too.
Great. Yeah. So
I went in
I'm excited
expecting
to see
nothing, so I think that played
Yes.
into it a lot. Like I was expecting to not like it, but I really liked it.
Yeah. So,
yeah. I think
We'll see.
I wasn't looking forward to the Marvels, but once that last trailer came out, I was like, this looks fun.
Okay.
I can do this. If this is going to be the vibe, then I'm here for it. So,
all right. So back to customizing because there was something I wanted to ask you. Is there a character or a project that you've always wanted to do, but something has either stopped you or scared you, or you wanted to like build up the skill to it? Like, what is there something like that? Like you're
not necessarily. I mean, you know. Like, I guess for me, the hard thing is like if I'm doing it for myself, it's going to fit into what I collect. There are definitely things that like I would love to take a crack at. So like one of the things that comes across my plate like somewhat regular, maybe not somewhat regularly, but you know, at least once a year is like I don't do DC, but like I really love Batman's rogues. Like I'm a big I like Batman's villains, like very much like Spider-Man. Like I love Spidey, but I love Spidey's villains. So when the opportunity comes where I can do like a Marvel Legends style version of like a DC Bat villain, I usually jump on that. So I'm working on a Bane right now, actually, that I really like. So yeah. So yeah, I would say that like that is probably the only thing. Like there are things that like I would love to eventually do, but it all just depends on like if someone will commission me to do it, right? Like if I don't have a place for it, I'm not gonna make it just to make it. But
yeah. What is a Batman? What is the outside of Bane? What's a Batman villain that you would want to do?
I mean, if I got to do my own take on something, I think Scarecrow would be really fun. Scarecrow or Two-Face. I think Riddler would probably be pretty fun. Again, if I could kind of do my own thing, but following like source material, I don't know. Like I think Riddler and Two-Face could probably both be pretty fun. Catwoman would be cool too. Just I don't know. He's got a really good list of villains that I just quite enjoy. So Killer Croc would probably be pretty fun too.
And Killer Croc would fit in nicely with the Street Sharks.
It's usually the rogues gallery of the hero that makes the hero.
Yeah, right? Totally. That's why I love Spidey so much. I love his rogues, right? He's got such a good assortment. So much green and purple. It's crazy.
I never thought of that. You're right. What's a Spider-Man villain that you're either waiting to see or that you would make?
Oh, we're getting down to the nitty gritty. We are getting Tarantula. That was kind of the top of my list. So Tarantula kind of I'm still waiting. I'd really like a better Chameleon. I really hate the current suit body that we get. I'd love an upgrade to that for Chameleon, or an animated series Chameleon would be ideal.
That would be nice.
With the like belt changer thing.
Yeah, and the purple jumpsuit. I like that look. Yeah. For him, so that's a cool look. But yeah, I'm running pretty thin on Spider. Like even like that whole next Spider-Man wave, the only thing I picked up was Tarantula. I skipped everything else. So
yeah, I think I skipped out on that wave.
I'd like a good comic version of Spot too. I feel like if they wanted to have some fun with that, they could really do some cool shit and add some cool like hands coming out of spots that you can swap out or something. I think that'd be fun. But yeah, I mean the spider shell's getting pretty full. Like it's
mine. Yeah, mine's already completely full.
Like mine is full. I have to make more room. So that's the next change. I'm giving Spider-Man a second shelf to kind of put my street heroes in, like Daredevil and Ghost Rider and all those guys. So
problems are the shelves.
Yes, I agree.
Always the problem. What's your favorite line to collect now? Is it still wrestling?
I mean, I think NECA's probably my favorite at the moment. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Marvel Legends. I can shit on them all day long, but like for as much as I shit on them, like they do put out good product. I wish I got more for what I pay. Yeah, I do for sure. And like I'll be more selective because of it. But I still think the finished product is fantastic. And I also think that the time we're living in and the quality we're getting from that team is pretty impressive still. So I just, like I said, it should be a standard that we're getting like 2 sets of hands. An extra head would be really nice. Like be nice to get a bit more options, but I do love what we're getting. So, but I think NECA in terms of dollar for value, like you can't put another thing in those damn boxes, man. They're fucking loaded. So they do a great job. They're great. They're great figures. So.
Yeah, as much as my wallet does not appreciate the NECA collection.
True that.
I have or the cartoon you're getting the best value out of them.
I agree. I love the cartoon line. I'm having to be super selective about what I buy, right? Like I don't really have attachment to the Mirage stuff, but it all looks so cool. I'm trying my best to just be like, no, nope, you stay over there because I'm not coming near you.
Zog, though, is a Triceraton for the Mirage line.
That was the one I was having a hard time.
Oh, good. All right, good. You got him ready.
No, I didn't get him. Oh,
you didn't get him. All right. He's pretty cool. So.
I see all the pictures and I'm like, that is so dope. But yeah, I have to behave.
All right. I won't push. Do we want to look at some pictures from the week or what do we want to do next?
Yeah, let me me just put that up.
I was surprised that there was no Thor. I thought we would see that crossover a little bit more. By the way,
In the movie?
Yeah. Well, because I thought or I don't know.
I mean,
I
maybe
thought that was going to be a thing.
Maybe if one of them died, they would be more important. But
Yeah.
maybe one day we'll just end up seeing. Oh yeah, shit. Damn.
The beauty of this is I can just cut it so that way it goes straight to the pictures. So let's look at them pictures.
Let's look at them pictures.
Perfect.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So this
is great.
From Corona 4, which is
nice.
He's a really good photographer. Nate. Oop.
Is that the Into the Spider-Verse Peter Parker?
That is the Sentinel Peter Parker and the Legends.
Yeah, sorry, that's what I meant.
Yeah. And that is a Legends Rhino.
Nice, I like that.
I like the use. I was gonna say I like the use of Marty McFly and Jake.
Oh yeah, that's dope.
That's good. And I love the flex of the Mustang as opposed to the Bratz car, because originally I was like, oh look, he used the Bratz car, but no, it's a Mustang. So.
Yeah,
this is good.
Shot.
You think Digirama? We're thinking.
Probably, right? I think it's a Digirama
or a print. That's pretty cool.
Or print.
Yeah. That's really good.
Yeah,
really good shot.
Oh wow! Good one.
Yeah, classic arcade.
This brings me back. Classic arcade.
Yeah, I like that.
Arcade. By Action Figgy Skating.
Is there is that Cyclops out, or is that like an older Cyclops?
That's an older Cyclops.
It's in the Phoenix 2-pack.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say because I haven't seen that. I think I have all the others in there, but not that one. Yeah,
he's a good one.
Really good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so dope.
Here it is.
I just like the silhouette they cut like as a group too, like in that group like straight on shot. Like it fills in the space really nicely. It's like well balanced.
And I like the little tease of the powers from Storm in the background there.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, that's rad. I love that game so much.
I could feel the button sticking.
So that game was actually that was based off of the characters from Pride of the X-Men.
Pride of the X-Men.
That's right.
Yep. That game was popular during the 90s cartoon.
Yes. Early 90s?
Yeah.
Okay, classic 1992 he says there, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's inspired by Pride of the X-Men.
Yeah, that's such a fun game, man.
So but this would have been out before the other cartoon, because wasn't the cartoon?
Yeah, it would have been pretty close though, because the cartoon was 93, I think, or something.
And I was thinking when it ended in 96. Yeah. So.
Well, Pride of the X-Men was, I think that originally was supposed to be the pilot.
No, Pride of the X-Men was way before that. I think. It was
that was way before.
Late 80s, I want to say.
89.
Okay.
It actually came out in 89.
Oh, 89. Okay.
Yeah, I just googled it. So
there you go.
Yeah, number of seasons 1.
Wolverine was an Australian. His voice was Australian. He had an Australian accent. It was weird. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't weird because it's an Australian accent. It's just weird because he's Canadian and he had an Australian accent. But.
Yeah, and then it was played by an Australian.
And it was played by an Australian. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
It went full circle. Yeah. I'm a dude playing a dude pretending to be another dude. Yeah.
That's an awesome shot.
That's really great.
Look at Groot.
Great.
Man,
chilling
that is
on the ground.
So good. Oh my god. I haven't seen this.
This is PH
Snaps.
Dude, like I'm as much as I didn't want to get these figures, the face sculpts on all of them.
They look really good.
And I mean, but Snaps does an amazing job though of highlighting them, because like that mantis looks like it's real, right? Like that looks like that looks like Palm is just sitting there. Like
all of them, man. They all have like such nice movement in their poses. Like it looks.
This head sculpt looks like the Nebula head sculpt. I have the SHF. This is better than the SHF.
I said that before we went live.
Yeah.
Or before we started this was like, I actually think Hasbro has Bandai beaten on likenesses and face prints on both properties, Star Wars and Marvel.
I think this is the SHF rocket head though.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, that's not the Hasbro one.
It's not the Legends, yeah.
That was one of my things that I was disappointed in, is that the rocket mouth has like a cut as if it looks like it would open, but it doesn't.
It doesn't. Yeah.
I have the screaming head if you want that one.
Okay. I think I have another rocket somewhere.
Yeah, it came with the 2-pack, I think. Yeah. Or maybe not. I don't remember if it was the 2-pack or the single release. Maybe it was the single release.
I think I got the rocket that came with the.
It was a 3-pack.
No, it was the Groot Build-A-Figure.
Oh, yeah, no. Okay.
Like old school. I think he's orange. I think he's like that's like
the first one.
Like
yeah.
I think that's the
prison suit.
Yeah, he had less articulation. So. He had no articulation in his legs.
Yeah,
nothing. Yeah,
his arms were minimal. I think they had hinge and swivel elbows. I think
that SHF has a hinge and swivel on the.
Yeah,
like there's no elbow, there's no knee.
On this is the inspiration. On the volume 2 rocket, there isn't.
No, on the new one that's supposed.
Oh
to come out.
The new one. Yeah, he just has basic articulation.
Yeah.
Man, that's an amazing shot. Honestly, holy crap!
He nailed it. He nailed that.
Nailed the shot.
I'm gonna follow that right now so I don't forget. That's a good.
Yeah, he's a good one. And that's the old Gamora.
Yeah. Oops. Well, it's good. I mean, like, you did a good job. She's off to the side a little bit because she doesn't.
And took off the jacket too.
Yep. Oh yeah, I didn't even notice that. Looks good.
I really love the Groot pose.
Yeah. Does he have that face? Does he have that like semi smile there?
Yeah.
In the figure? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
he's the only one smiling.
That Groot head is weird because I was trying to figure out what makes him look weird, but he has lips. That's what makes him not.
That's what it is.
He has lips.
You're right.
He has lips, and it's weird.
He does have lips, and it is weird.
It's not as noticeable. He does have a little bit of a lip, but not as much as the figure does.
Yeah.
Like, look at that. That's
got injection lips on the figure.
Those are thick lips.
Ready for a big old smooch.
He did the vacuum. He did the vacuum thing right before.
I might have to put some sculpt on that just to fix those lips.
I was considering it. I was considering it myself.
Yeah, because it really takes away from the.
It's pretty noticeable once you know it's like once you see it.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
It's Switch. This is.
This might be one of like the nicest, like one of the best Star Wars toy photography pictures I've ever seen ever. Like. I love this picture so much.
It's such like it's one of those pictures that is so damn good. You're angry. Like I'm angry about it. It's like God. Like it's like it makes you want. I mean, like a shot like this, and Trevor does this a lot. A shot like this makes you just want to like throw your camera out the window. Like, yep, all right, cool. You did it, Trevor. Good job.
Because this is beyond inspiring to me. Well, because like I don't consider. The thing is like even when I take a good shot, I'm just like, this isn't really my forte. Like I don't have the level of appreciation that people who actually put time into it. Like I put time into it, but it's different kind of time, right? Like this is like there's a lot of thought. Like you can see that there's a lot of thought just in looking in this picture. Like it's very well thought out, and it just. Yeah, it's freaking amazing. It's super inspiring.
So
two things. These are hot toys, so they're huge, right?
You know.
The other thing is, like you said, it's very thought out. The reflections on Vader's helmet are so clean.
I didn't even notice that.
So he's definitely paying attention to that because you don't even see like. The equipment that he's using in the reflections.
Right.
So you got the reflections on Vader's helmet. You got the like just under the eyes of Palpatine that's lit up to just make the eyes pop. And then for me too, it's this like glow on Luke on the bottom of the purple.
Like the purple,
where it's like you can almost see like it looks like a haze, right? As if like the body was burning and it was starting to haze up. Like that's and then like I mean, shit. He's even got the green, the light switches are glowing on Vader's belt.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like, he's so good.
Yeah, it's so good. This is incredible.
And the framing is the best part of this too. Like having Luke that close
That's a
to the
huge
lens.
diorama, though. Look at that.
That's what I mean. It's just like how it all fills the space in the picture. There's not a drop of space wasted. Like it's all just so perfectly laid out, right? It's freaking amazing. It's so damn good. I messaged him and I was like, man, this is insane. Like it's so fucking good.
So good. So good. What's that? What are you showing?
I'm showing the 1, 2, 3 block. I ordered it off
Oh,
of his Amazon
cool.
page.
What is that for? Is that just to like prop things up? Is that
you can use it as a weight. I also pointed out that it has threads in it, so you can screw stuff into it if you needed to. I use these for bases for when I use
flight stands?
armature wire. I don't have actual flight stands, but when I
Right.
use like armature wire, I use it to hold down the wire itself.
Gotcha. Should get Mario to make you some of those stands.
You know, he's been saying that for months. And
they're the best.
Even though this
I'm so jealous because I can't get them here. We don't get them in Canada.
You know what? I'll complain to him that you got to
Please
send them
do.
to both batches now.
I want some.
Yeah.
I love them. I bought 2 batches a long time ago when he did a Canadian sale, and they're like my favorite. Like I've bought from other people before, and I'm like, these are trash. They're like 796s are the only ones I like so far.
He did a Canadian sale. What is it like? Is that
It was a long time ago. He did international. He did like a 20 spots for international, and I jumped in.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So yeah.
Matt, can you go to the next slide? I want to see what the behind the scenes on this that you put up.
Oh my god, I love.
Oh,
this
I
one
closed
too.
it out.
You closed it out. Oh, it's still on screen. So
is it?
Yeah, Trevor's still on screen. So we'll have to.
Okay. Hold on.
Yep.
Let me just. I'll have to restart the share.
It's all right.
This is where I get my weekly dose of toy photography. I always end up finding new people to follow because of you guys.
Well, this one you selected. This is
yes,
Jason.
I love this one. Jason's another one where I'm just like, talk about inspiring, man. Frick, so good.
And I love the series he's doing with this whole like
Me too.
Practical effect thing. It's really
so.
And he loves teaching, and
he loves teaching, and he's
great at it. He's great at it.
He's really good at it.
Yeah, this is incredible.
He's
like
really
so
good.
smart.
The infinity mirror. Yeah, which is funny though, because I felt like he did the infinity mirror on this, but I don't know if you really see the infinity mirror in the shot
as much. Yeah, totally.
Right? Like it was like because I feel like he's but it is a really cool. It's a
no,
really
you
cool
do.
effect. Yeah,
you do for sure.
You do,
but it's
because
just
it's a
I guess because I'm pointing at it like you can, but it's like right behind the.
It's right here.
Yeah,
right here.
It's right here, guys. Can't you see it? Yeah. It's like right behind the X-wing that looks like it cuts in, but
yeah, because it's definitely utilizing the mirror because you can tell like that's he says that those blaster effects are actually lightsabers.
Blades. That's so cool, man.
Oh,
right.
So smart.
If you think about a lightsaber blade, and those are 4-inch panels, so there's definitely gonna be
it's show. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I think this is great. And I agree what you were saying, Jshot, about like the practical things and all the different things he's been doing every month.
Mm-hmm.
They're again, I know I'm saying it a lot, but like they're super inspirational. Like as someone who doesn't take photography like really super serious, like myself, like I see this and I'm like, man, this is what like dedication looks like. So good.
And I love when he shows all the rigs and stuff. Like like look at like this. And he's reusing things, right? Because that's the bomb cotton ball thing that he made. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just
so
he's
good.
Really, I mean, so good. Such a good teacher. Just a good dude all around.
I agree. Very good dude.
So nice. Hey, there it is.
Another goodie.
This is really good.
By 78 points of articulation.
Yeah, this is great.
Well, this is and it was May 5th, I believe, was the official day of the day that the comics were released. So
Oh, was
I
it?
didn't know that.
39 years ago. Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. 39 years of Ninja Turtles.
39, yeah. Just
Insane.
nuts.
Insane.
And I think 78 points of articulation is supposed to be having a Mirage inspired Dio coming out, right?
Yeah, yeah. I think he had hinted that on the
Yeah.
figure booth when he was on last, that he was going to
Mhm.
do something. That might even be it in the background, actually. Maybe.
I thought it was more street level, but it could be.
That's
It very well could be.
I think that's the clock tower one.
Oh, is
The
it
clock
okay?
tower.
Yeah.
I actually just bought I pre-ordered the City Ruins that he just finished.
Oh,
up
that
with.
one looks so good.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's my first one. I wanted the clock tower, and then once I missed it, I was like, oh, I can't believe I missed that. I'm gonna not sleep on the next one. So I did it. I pulled the trigger.
He also had another shot that I don't know if I actually pulled it up. Yeah, I'll just go with Paige.
Yeah, go for it. I really like the one that he did. I missed out on. Is it the clock tower?
Oh, that's a cool one.
Yeah, that's cool. I guess it was really the clock tower. It was that came with the water tower and all that. That one, I wish I was bummed I missed that one.
I like those smoke effects too. Like those. Those are really cool.
I see a lot of people with those. Where are those from?
Me too. I don't know. Nate uses them a lot too.
Yeah, Figure Fan Nate uses them a lot.
Yeah, I love them though. They work so well. Very comic booky.
I love that it's under the pale moonlight.
Oh, look at the teeth too in the background.
The teeth
I missed
are
that.
awesome. Yeah,
I missed the teeth the first time. That's so good.
Yeah, let me try to zoom in.
When he spits them out. Oh, and there's another pair there too. Look at that.
Yeah, there's one on the right side, one on the left.
Yeah. The teeth are good, man. Did you get customs? Did you get the 89 Batman?
I did not. I don't really Mezco either, so I don't DP and I don't Mezco.
Okay.
I don't love this. I always say, I know this is not soft goods, but I always say like the Mezco stuff reminds me of like, especially the superhero-y stuff. They remind me of like the feety pajamas. Like, that's what I see. It's like when I see like the Spider-Man and stuff, I'm like, he looks like he's in pajamas. Like
like the Spider-Man 2099 looks like he's in pajamas.
Yeah. It's not to say that I haven't seen like great shots of them and stuff. I definitely have, but yeah, it's not, the aesthetic's not for me. So yeah, that's a sick picture.
Yeah.
That's 78. It's crushing it, man.
Always.
Never.
Also he's on the Lost Cause Collective on Saturday nights.
He is.
Okay. Nice.
This one is a good one too.
That's an awesome shot.
Good.
Welcome to the 2%.
I wanted to pick yours, but I didn't know if that would be weird if I picked your shot just because of the 2%. So, and by the way, there's no way it's only 2% of fans. Let's be fair. It's got to be at least 12 at this point. It's got to be.
At this point, you know. Oh, nice. I like this one a lot too. This one.
Yeah.
The coloring of this one I like a lot.
I feel like we should get shirts made. We should get shirts made that says I am
2%.
Welcome to the 2%. You know, my actual idea for my bow shot was to put her on like a blue milk carton. 2%.
Oh my god.
2% blue milk.
That's genius. That's genius.
I might edit this out so that way nobody
really
takes
good.
it.
There you go.
Yeah. Or by the time this airs, I'm sure you can put it up there.
You can rip something together.
Yeah, you're right. I should probably
You got time.
You got plenty of time. You got nothing but time. But yeah, I just thought this was really good. I mean, there's a nice little, connection to Mando. I like seeing them all together like that. They did a really good job with the lighting on it.
Pose in the back there too, kind of looking over his shoulder is really cool.
Can we talk about Paz? Like, because I haven't gotten to talk about the Mandalorian season finale.
Let's talk about it. I think I was
What's
bummed
on your mind? What's on your mind?
I was bummed that Favreau didn't voice him for the last episode.
Well, that too. I was bummed that he didn't voice him for the last episode, but like he went out with a blaze of glory.
Oh,
sure did.
Yeah. He did.
I like when his gun melts.
Yeah, that was the best part.
And then he just starts nailing people with it. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, he was awesome. He was so good.
What were you gonna say, Jay?
And I like that I was just gonna say I like that they gave him depth this year, right? Because I mean, like, in the beginning it was Yeah, I was just gonna say in the beginning, it was just one of these things where it was like, oh, he's the guy who thinks he deserves to have the dark saber.
Yeah.
And then it was like, oh, look, he's got a kid and he's got a reason for doing this and a fighting. And
his
then
character got great like growth this season. Like how like he fights with like axe wolves or whatever, and then like at the end you see like his son like standing with axe, right? So it's like it's cool like that there's like this like mutual respect, even though there was like animosity between them and stuff. Is really cool. So
and then he was the one that got them to rally, right? To go and save everybody. Yeah. So he got good growth. He went out. It was a good way for him to go.
I agree.
See, and he died, and we were all happy about it.
See, I agree. This is hilarious. I love this.
I'll sit on my porch and drink my coffee and watch my kid play with frogs. Why don't I like happy endings?
It's okay, Jshot. I'm with you, man.
I love this shot.
This is great, man. Yeah, this is so good. He's another.
And like if this shot had come out before, right? Like I mean, the foreshadowing that you would know, or if you don't know what happens, right? The foreshadowing of Paz behind them, almost kind of like leading or taking care of what needs to be done, type of thing.
Wait, did it not change?
No, we're still.
It didn't change for you. I'm seeing. I'm seeing Century Productions. No,
I still got Mandalorians.
Okay,
weird. That happens a lot to you guys, eh? What's up with that?
I don't know.
StreamYards, you'll be hearing from us.
Yeah.
We got some stuff we want to talk to you about.
Get StreamYard on the phone. I got notes. This one.
You're really messing up our groove, man.
This is
like
great.
Foreshadowing. What are you talking about? He's on.
It's just like I'm confused. Did I miss something?
It's totally foreshadowing.
Baby Yoda riding a miniature AT walker. Please tell me I didn't miss that.
It's foreshadowing for next season's episode called The Birthday, when this guy shows up to Grogu's 52nd birthday party.
52nd birthday.
And they all take turns on the walkers. This was one of the first shots I saw for May the 4th. And I was just like, if this is how it's gonna go today, we're gonna have a good day.
This is dope, man. This is
such
a
good shot.
There are so many good shots.
I love the variety too of like shots that came out for Star Wars Day. Like you have Trevor's, which is just a dramatic and powerful shot. And then you get a shot like this, and you're just like, this is fun.
It's so fun.
Like this is just so ridiculous and fun. I love it.
Yeah, man. I hear you on that. It's definitely one of the nice things about May the 4th was like my whole feed was taken over by fun Star Wars pictures.
And I like that he used like it's either a paper clip or a twisty tie.
Yeah,
to like create the strap. Yeah, that he's holding on to. That was a nice little touch. He's like kind of bucking forward as if it was a real.
It's great.
Like work went into this. This wasn't just let me be silly. Like it's really really good.
Totally.
Well, obviously work went into this. Like I mean, look at the whole setup.
Yeah, that's crazy. He always has elaborate setups though too.
Yeah.
Fine, Century Productions is good for that.
Awesome shot, dude.
Right. Agreed.
And then to round it all off,
it's awesome. Cheney never disappoints, man.
No, dude. He's got such a style. Like his lighting is like
it's him.
Yep,
it's him. And
so smart. I love it that like it's still Street Fighter, but it's got the twist of Star Wars to add in for the 4th, right? It's just like beautiful.
And like, can't you just hear him too being like, that day I rode into Mustafar might have been a special day for you, but for Bison, it was just a Tuesday, like,
just a Tuesday.
It was just a Tuesday.
Yeah,
Chat Migos was on.
Chat Migos.
Yeah, it was just a Tuesday, and Chat Migos was on.
Oh my god!
He killed it with this one.
Yeah,
Chamba. Sorry, Cheney killed it.
Cheney.
Is that correct?
I mean, we could talk about Chamba killing it too. Did you see his Mega Man drawing he did?
God.
Man. He's got so many. He's been posting so many. Like he's been posting a bunch of amalgam stuff lately, like drawings, and I'm just like, dude, you're making me want to do custom amalgam figures. Like I want to have like a section on my shelf of amalgam stuff.
I could get behind that.
Like he did that hyena not too long ago, and I was like, oh
Yep.
my god, this makes me want to make a hyena figure so fucking bad.
And the Spider Boy, that one.
Spider Boy would be fun.
Sure,
I had a friend do Dark Claw for me, and it turned out pretty sick.
Nice.
So I have a Dark Claw already, but Superboy and
Superboy,
not Superboy, Spider Boy and
Spider Boy.
What's the
Superboy is an actual character.
Super Soldier, isn't that the name of the? There's like a Captain America mixed with Superman, I think.
Yeah. So it's
Super Soldier, maybe a Super Soldier. I don't remember what it is, but yeah,
because it was Spider-Man and Superboy mixed.
Right? That's right, Spider-Man and Superboy. Yeah.
Cool.
Hell yeah!
All right. There they are again.
Bunch of a-holes.
Wait, did he?
Bunch of a-holes.
It's a John C. Reilly. What a bunch of a-holes. Yeah, it's the best. Open the fucking door like that.
That was awesome. That was great.
Instructions were not clear. Yeah. Okay. That's they released that clip. That's not a spoiler.
It's just like Earth.
Awesome. Yeah.
So funny.
God. I gotta keep going about that, but we won't. This will just be a whole Guardians episode then. So what else you got? Anything else? Anything else you want to talk about? Anything else you want to tease out?
Yeah. So I mean, for anybody who's watching now, stick around after, because I'm doing Whip Wednesday live right after. It's 9 p.m. Pacific time. And basically what it is just a live stream where I customize live and chat with the chat, usually a pretty lively bunch. And actually my guest for my first week back is going to be my wife. I just thought it would be funny. Figure she could like make fun of me a little bit and have some demeaning back and forth. That'd be good. I'm looking forward to it.
That should be fun.
Yeah, man.
Should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I don't think she'll stick around for the whole thing, but I'm sure she'll hang out for a half hour or so. So, and then she'll be like, "Okay, I'm going to bed. Screw this."
What are you going to be working on? What figure?
Let's see. That's in a couple weeks, so it's hard to say for sure. Something.
Okay.
But I don't know what.
2 hours.
I mean, in a few
special.
hours. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see.
It'll be.
I'm at this
special.
point right now where, like, I have because I've been traveling so much. So, like, I was away earlier in the week for vacation. Next week, I'm away with work, and when I'm away, I can't. The only thing I can really do customizing wise is sculpt. Like, I can't really paint because I can't bring my airbrush. And I mean, I can, I guess, but it's a lot of work. So yeah, so I'm at this point where I have like 4 projects basically ready for paint. So I'll probably be painting something. I just don't know what. Could be Bane, could be Punisher 2099, could be Matchu. Yeah, Matchu. This Matchu. Yes.
Your Matt. Yeah.
I have to.
It'll be. For a second there, I was like, Matt's getting his own figure now. He gets everything first. All right.
So you know how you asked about a project that I would love to do? If time wasn't an issue and I had the time to do it, my ultimate goal would be to make a small section of toys that I dedicated to the shows that I watch and have like superhero versions of everyone. So like my first kind of starting point I would probably start with would be Toy Migos and do like X Migos and have all of them done like as like a member of the X-Men. So like, you know, have each of them kind of have their own little take on the X-Men. I thought would be a pretty funny idea. And then what I would do is once I kind of have everything done, I could take a group picture and then I would just send them to everybody and everybody got their figure. That's when the time presents itself and the stars all align, that's the plan. I'll start with the Toy Migos, then I'll work my way through, do some enablers, do you guys. Because there's like, I kind of like dip into everybody's shows, but there are a few that like I watch every week, right? Even if I can't catch them live, I always catch the replay, right? You guys are one of the ones I always catch the replay. Really enjoy what you guys do here. It's very funny. So
I know I always call you out. I always call you out whenever we're on the background. I was like, hey, look at that.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Just because I appreciate the hell out of it, you know.
Yeah,
so
it's like I said when I was talking to Ernie, I was on his show a couple weeks ago, and like I had said, like for me, the nice part is when I customize, I always have something on, and like I literally customize 20 hours a week, probably, right? Like I invest a pretty substantial amount of time, so I constantly am on the out for like watching something, right? And usually I end up watching everything like a couple times because like I'll leave it on when I'm working, like at work too.
I do the same thing. And
yeah,
I'm like,
so it just like, and everyone ends up getting like 2 or 3 views from me every week because I'm just like, if I don't catch it the first time when I'm customizing, I'll catch it the second time kind of thing, So
yeah,
it's very normal for me to like rewatch the same like 3-hour toy show like 2 or 3 times in a week.
Put it on a loop.
Yeah, it's good.
There's so many shows out now, though.
There really is. Wednesdays. That was what me and Ernie were joking about. Wednesdays were so safe for so long, and then
they really were up until about 6 weeks ago.
It's true. Now everybody's doing Wednesdays, so.
And I even messaged Ernie when we first started. I was like, we were looking at either Sunday or Wednesday because those are the free days, and Saturdays can be chaotic because we don't know if anybody's gonna be home watching.
True, and you guys too, right? Like I'm assuming you both work Monday to Friday. I assume.
Yeah, it's tough.
Generally speaking,
scheduling.
Generally,
yeah. I get it, man. I get it. I mean, at the end of the day, we try not to step on each other's toes, but there's room for everybody.
Yes, that's right. There's room for everybody. That's the best thing about this.
Except for Wednesdays. There's no more room on Wednesdays.
Yeah, except for Wednesdays are closed.
Thursdays. Yeah, Thursday. Yeah, Wednesdays
closed. Everybody. Wednesdays.
Throw Thursdays, Mondays. That's fine. Leave it alone.
Yeah.
You can go on before Kevin. Open up for Kevin.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, open for Kevin. Yeah.
I said open slot. Right?
That's right. Yeah. Everybody's watching toy stuff on YouTube at 3 p.m. Eastern time. That's totally normal.
It's totally normal.
Yeah.
We're gonna start. We should start
on a Thursday.
We should start a toy morning show. That should be great, right? We'll do the weather. We'll do the weather too.
If there was a toy morning show, I would watch it while I was getting ready for sure.
There you go. Let's do it.
We'd have to do toy casting, right?
What's that? Toy casting?
Toy casting. Like which wave do you think is going to still peg warm, or do you think it's going to disappear?
Forecasting. Yeah. We could have like ending.
This one.
Here's a look at the weather near you, and it'll just cut to it'll cut to the classic Loki, right? Like this, and it'll just have a green screen of whatever the weather is by you. So do that. Yeah,
that's gonna be tough.
I love it. Morning show. It's coming.
Morning show. Done.
Every Wednesday. Wednesday morning.
Every Wednesday. Yeah, another one on Wednesday.
Oh god.
Oh god.
That's awesome.
All right, man. Well, again, West Coast Matchu, appreciate you so much for doing this, and thanks, appreciate everybody who is watching us on the replay, because this is not live. Or if you watch this during our normal live slot, appreciate you, and make sure you are going over, switching from us to check out Customs by Matchu, and of course the Toy Daddies are probably on, and everybody else is on Wednesdays. So if you can't find a show on Wednesdays, you're not trying hard enough. But I just want to say thank you again, because the only reason we do this show is talking to people like you, and getting the chance to hear and interact with everybody, and it's really humbling to be part of this community, and to thank everybody for being a part of our world. So thank you guys again. Appreciate you guys, and we'll catch you on the next one live. Hopefully, we'll see what happens. But until then, Matchu, take us out.
Which one?
See you guys. Yeah,
I don't know. Somebody click a button.
Specific.
Peter 3. Nothing goes over my head. These guys are a bunch of a-holes.
Great.
I can cut it there, right? I'll cut it there. And then we can go right into the
that's true. We go right into the preview. That's right.
Well, the replay for the replay that we never even post anymore.
That we never post. We just capture. We capture.
So usually what we do with the guest is we'll do the guest will say I was just on Between Two Sentinels. Jshot does a thing, and then I'm just like, click the link below. We used to put that on our stories, but we've been bad about doing it. Well, I've been bad about doing it.
No,
fair enough.
Bad. It's
a lot of extra work.
It is a lot of extra work, but at the end of it, we have everybody who's been on to make a giant promo.
It's like professional, right? It's super professional. Like it's like, again, everything is pretty dialed in, so it's Yeah, I always
It's
like
thinking
your guys' little
forward.
intros and stuff too.
Thank you.
It's good. Did you make those? I like the music. Who did the music? I like it.
YouTube did. YouTube.
like
I
YouTube
used their library. Well, it's
Good.
it's easiest. I could just use their library. It's free.
Yeah, that sounds
And
good.
you don't have to get nailed for the rights. So.
Yeah, and anybody can, and I can also just give it to anybody to give us an intro to their show.
True. That's a good point. I didn't think about that. I know I want to do more on that stuff, but I'm like, that takes away time from customizing, so I'd rather just do my thing. So
No, I get you.
Just have Matchu do it. That's all.
Yeah.
We'll
There
work
you
on
go.
we'll work on an intro and an outro.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, I love that. I just love. Yeah, again, it's all yours is very dialed in. It's nice.
Thank you.
I feel like it flows very smoothly. Fuck yeah, man. Well, thank you guys. I really appreciate you having me on. That's
Thank
awesome.
you.
It's nice to be part of it instead of just watching it.
Hell yeah.
I'll still watch it for the record, but
yeah, I was gonna say, are you like? I have a hard time watching myself live, so like I won't watch
don't.
it.
I'm the opposite, but I'm
No,
always
you're good.
like,
That's good.
yeah, I'm fine. Whatever. It is what it is. You know.
I try to learn from my previous episodes.
Yeah. I find like I just talk too much, but then I'm just like, that's
good,
me
though.
anyway. So I just I'm not gonna really change that, I don't think. So it is what it is.
So should we get that like one last clip? Right?
Yeah.
You were just on.
Yeah.
So I just
we'll take all the stuff off.
And I just basically say that I was on Between Two Sentinels,
That's the wrong button that I did.
I was.
That was my bad.
I didn't hit anything. How do you get rid of the background? Oh, you just there you go. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. Do that. Yeah. So just jump on and say we just wrapped shooting. We just wrapped Between Two Sentinels. That's all.
All right. Do I just say it now, or does it?
Yeah. Just go whenever you're ready.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna cut everything up anyway.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I'm gonna get there. Don't worry.
Mm-hmm.
What up, everybody? This is Matt from Customs by Matchu, and we just wrapped another episode of Between Two Sentinels.
Quick! Switch me!
What?
I'm between two Machus!
Oh yeah, you gotta switch.
Oh man! Click the link below. There you go.
There you are.
Perfect. Thank you.
Oh, I think you should switch it. You should switch it like what you call it? Like do the promo as he's between two Sentinels and then switch it so that it's
now you have to say it. Yeah. You just wrapped up between two Machus.
What's up, everybody? I'm Jshot, and I just wrapped up between two Machus.
What the? And it's live on a Wednesday.
All right, I'm gonna end it there.